something that I occasionally forget to do. But I would like to turn the program over to our speaker today, Deane. And I've just gotten a chance to meet Christine in the past week or so, and have been blown away with her generosity, as well as her knowledge and her get it done way of doing things. And just a little bit about Christine, and I apologize if everybody already knows this, those of you who have joined us today, but Christine is known for her positive energy. Her enthusiasm is often contagious. And like she likes to say, that she spreads sunshine wherever she goes. Helping others is truly what motivates her and brings her to a servant's heart. Christine focuses on connecting people to who they want to know, hence the title Networking Diva. She helps people develop relationships with their families, friends, and colleagues. And in the business world, Christine uses her communication skills to help make dreams come true for her small business clients by helping them with networking, sales, and marketing. She is an experienced public speaker with awards in persuasive speaking and speech to entertain. And Christine is available for speaking engagements if she doesn't get a chance to say that. But one of the quotes that I love is that life is all about building relationships, both professional and personal. And we help you connect to those who you want to know. So with that being said, Christine, I want you to take it away and go.
I will. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak today. I do have a giving heart and I love to give back. So when I heard that the Holistic Chamber had a gala coming up, I thought, well, this is a great opportunity for us to chat. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to promote events, and we're going to actually use the gala as the sample so that we can walk through and do it together. So this will help you with your own business and your events, in addition to being able to help promote the gala. So that being said, we only have so much time. So we kind of have to decide on our focus and where we're going to go with this. When it comes to promoting events, normally I like to do things in a couple different places, but did a great intro on me. So I am your networking and marketing coach. I'm also very familiar with the nonprofit space. My background is communications. I taught college. I coached the speech and debate team. I love what I do. I'm the marketing director for both the DFW Veterans Chamber of Commerce and on the board of directors there, in addition to the American Veterans Chamber of Commerce. So I love the nonprofit space. So I'm glad to be able to help. And my own business is all about marketing. So this is where I'm happiest. So that being the case, I would love to talk to you and offer some insights on our online events here. So the event will be in person, but part of the event is also online. So one of the things we'll be talking about also is how to promote both. So where to promote your events online. My favorite places are Eventbrite, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So most of you are probably familiar with those, and I think this will follow me as I change screens. Can everybody see the
Yes.
Eventbrite Gala now?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So you are on Eventbrite, which is a great place to kind of get out there and let people know what's going on, right? So you can easily just copy, right? If you save that link right there, that's what you can send to people and share to people. So you can send it in email, you can send it in text messages, right? However you want to do it through Messenger, there's a lot of options. But this is a great place to then, right? You've got your tags that talk about, keywords that people might be searching on. And down here, see, share with friends. So if you're on Eventbrite, we pop onto this page, and I'm actually going to drop this in chat right now. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it into the chat window. Here we go. It's coming right at you. So if you click on that link in the chat, you'll see this will pop up, and it'll give you easy access to share with friends on your Facebook, share with friends on, that should be what, Messenger, I guess, LinkedIn, Twitter, and email. So that makes it nice and easy. So a lot of times on these social platforms, you'll see spots where you can easily share. Now, if I remember right, the chamber doesn't actually have a LinkedIn page, right? But that doesn't mean you can't share it on LinkedIn, right? So if you do the LinkedIn option, It's going to sign you into your LinkedIn account. I don't know if you're following me or not. Did it follow to my pop-up or no?
It didn't.
It didn't. Okay. So if you click that share on the LinkedIn, it'll pop up a spot for you where then you can share in a post, or you can choose to send as a private message. So I would say, how many people here have LinkedIn accounts? I'm going to guess quite a few people.
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead, click on that right there. See your pop-up. It should automatically log you into your LinkedIn, or you might need to log into LinkedIn, but you'll have a spot there to share in a post. So go ahead and say something about, looking forward to the upcoming gala. And one of the tricks on your posting is to use the @ sign, right? So whenever you post on LinkedIn, and I'm going to probably have pop-ups all over the place, but this is mine. I'm going to pop up another LinkedIn account. So if I was going to make a post, right, when you do the @ sign, that's what's going to bring people up whenever you do a posting. And so that's an important thing, is to tag people. So if you haven't tagged anybody, it's all about the @ sign. So you're going to do @ and then you're going to start typing their name and you'll see them pop up. So if you want to tag friends in this, that helps also. You also want to tag the chamber, right? If you can, if they had a LinkedIn spot, then you would be tagging them. But say maybe you know a couple of people that are involved in the holistic healing space, right? So if I was going to take a look at my network and I go, let's take a look at my network here. We've got lots of connections to choose from, right? So here's all the connections, right? So search by name, you might search with filters. Right. And so then you can decide who it is that you're looking for. So I want people that are maybe in the DFW area. So Dallas, Fort Worth Metroplex. Right. So that kind of helps narrow it down. So there's my closest 2,400 friends, right? If you're going to search for somebody that was interested in holistic, you could always type in holistic and see if that comes up with anybody, right? So first level connections, 1 stands for first. Dallas Fort Worth area people. So I had 63 people pop up when I typed in holistic. So you might look in there and say, are these people members of our chamber? And if they're not, well, maybe this is a great time to send them a message and let them know about our upcoming event. Or maybe this is a great time for me to tag them into a post, right? So for LinkedIn, there's the search feature really will do you wonders. So find some people that are in the industries that you're wanting to invite. I know our chamber president had mentioned something about wanting bankers or wanting marketing people involved, right? So this would be a great place to find those people and identify them. So when it comes to events in LinkedIn, you've got options, right? So here's an event we have coming up with the Veterans Chamber. So in here, I can invite people to an event, search by name, search by location, right? So if I wanted to do Dallas Fort Worth people, I can apply that, and then I have people to choose from. And when it comes to LinkedIn, you actually get a higher percentage of people will respond yes to LinkedIn events than they do even for Facebook events, just kind of a heads up. So you can go through and select people that you want to send to. So I'm going to discard that one, but you can do events on LinkedIn if that's something that you're doing. But today, what I really want to focus on is I kind of showed you on the holistic chamber, right? And how you can share in different ways here on the Eventbrite. And then I kind of showed you the LinkedIn a little bit. But what I really want to nail in on is your Facebook. Okay. And that's because I think everybody here is on Facebook, right? I'm going to assume that silence means yes.
Yes.
I know y'all are.
I don't know if you can see us shaking our heads. We're all shaking our heads. Yes.
I know everybody's being nice and quiet. You got yourselves on mute, right? I'm not used to that. I'm used to talking with people, but that's okay. So we've got our Facebook, right? So I'm going to pull us back into our presentation, right? So Eventbrite, LinkedIn, Facebook, we did a real quick overview, but really Facebook's where we want to dive into. So here's some links that we're going to be playing with today. So the link for the holistic chamber, right? That's going to be, all right, if I click on it, it's going to go backwards, right? So go to your holistic chamber, right? So holistic chamber Dallas. So that's one of the links that we're going to need. I'm going to grab the link up here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to drop that into our chat so you can open it easily as soon as I get our chat to open. Where did it go? Here it goes. There it goes. All right. So there's the link to our Facebook page. So here we are. Everybody go ahead and open your Facebook page, and I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is learn how to send invites to the gala event on the Facebook event page. Okay. So now that you're at the Facebook page, everybody should have it open. There's a spot you see where it says home, about, events, photos, more. You want to go to events. So hopefully everybody found events, and you'll see we've got April 29th, right? So right below today's event, the Dallas Holistic Chamber of Commerce 20th Anniversary Gala Celebration, which is really exciting to be around for 20 years. I mentioned that I'm part of two chambers, and we're both newer chambers. We haven't been around but a couple years. And so to make it 20 years is absolutely exciting. So being able to promote this is awesome. Okay, so we have our chamber event. So if we click on that event, right, it pops open for you. And now you're on the event page. Now you're going to see there's some options. The first thing we want to do is invite people. So you're going to see there's an envelope and it says invite. You see that on the right side. We have interested, going, invite. So we want to invite. So go ahead and click that. And you're going to have options. People are going to pop up. Now you've got 500 invites that you can send out, right? So ideally you want to use this as an opportunity to invite people that you think might be interested, other people that are in the same space as the Holistic Chamber. If you're doing an event for your business, right, you want to invite people that might be likely to want to participate in that, but you've got 500 of them, right? Now, one of the cheat options is this blue where it says select all. That's the cheat method right there. Now I have 0 invites left. However, but maybe there's some people I don't want to sign up with. Maybe I'm going to go, you know, my buddy so-and-so, they might not be interested. I'm going to take them out of it. And, you know, my other buddy here, yeah, they might not be interested. So I'll take them out of it, right? Oh, now I have 2 more. So now I can scroll down and pick new invites. Let's see who's at the bottom that I haven't invited. Oh, yeah, let's invite this person instead, right? So go through. If you want to be lazy, go ahead and just do the invite, right? The select all button. And if you want to hand pick, you can hand pick, but it's really fast if you just hit select all. So if you do that right now, and then hit in the bottom corner, send invites, right? Now you can invite everybody to that event.
Super.
Any questions on using that invite button?
The only thing I would say is if you're on that page, go ahead and like the Holistic Chamber of Commerce too.
Yeah, while you're there. Okay, has everybody had an opportunity to hit invite and invite people?
Christine, would I say that, is it fair to say that if you have a question about what you're doing to unmute yourself and ask?
Absolutely, please do. Feel free to interrupt. I am all about workshop style. So, and I love to be interrupted when you have questions. If it's something I can't address right now, we can always talk about it later. Okay, so has everybody sent their invites?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a certain amount of people that you can ask without it being spammy or before it kicks you out to say that it is spam?
They don't know how many people you've asked, except Facebook knows, right? But when you send it out to people, it's not like a group text message where they can see that you've invited 20 other people, but you can send up to 500.
Thank you.
Okay, so has everybody had a chance to go ahead and invite? Because if so, then we'll move on to the next part. So you can do this on any event, even if it's not your event, because as you see, I'm not a host on this event, right? I went to this page. I'm not a manager on this page, right? So anytime there's an event like this and you want to invite people to your event, or you want to invite people to a chamber event, right? Or you want to support a friend and you want to go invite people to their event. That's a nice, easy way to do it. Okay, so that would be there. Okay, so we sent invites to the gala event on the Facebook event page. Step 1. Next step, share the gala event to your Facebook feed. So on your Facebook page, right, we're going to click on the little arrow right there, the little arrow to the right of invite. So we started invite, we're working our way right. Now we have the option of to share to feed. So if you see where the share to feed option is, this will drop it on your feed, okay? So we're going to say 20 years, wow, right? Let's see, join us at the upcoming gala. All right, so whatever it is that you choose to post on it, that works really well. Okay, so some of the hints I want to keep in mind before you hit post though, okay? So we're going to share it to the feed. So you might use a script. It might be so excited about our upcoming gala celebrating 20 years, the Dallas Holistic Chamber. We're fundraising for Veterans Produce. Get your tickets now before they sell out, right? So that would be a great wording choice if you want that. You can add some emojis in there. I'm going to teach you a quick trick on emojis, by the way. If you are on a Windows computer and you put your finger on the little window symbol, it's the third button from the left on my computer at the very bottom. It looks like a little window, right? 4-pane window. If you put your finger there and then you hit the semicolon, that's the one with the dot and the little comma underneath it, you should get a pop-up for emojis. Once again, that's the window button. Hold that down and then hit the semicolon and you should get a pop-up of emojis to choose from. So you can choose things that have little hearts or smiley faces or whatever you think is appropriate for the situation, right? So you can scroll down and pick and choose.
And I can say
What you want.
for Mac users, it's Command-Shift-4. Gives you the same.
There you go. Command-Shift-4. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Awesome. I did not know that. See, I get to learn something today too. Command-Shift-4. All right, I just wrote that down. Awesome. So add in your emojis. Now, the other thing you might want to keep in mind when you do it. So you've got your scripts, tag friends in the post and tag the chamber as a location. Okay. So that's going to be the case. We're going to tag friends. And I don't know if you can see my pop-up when I do screen shares. Can you guys see my pop-up or no?
Yes, I can now because it's on the
Where it
same
says
page.
tag people. Can you
people.
see the tag? Yeah.
Yes.
So you can type people in, right? When I did announce that I was doing this event today, I went ahead and put a post on my personal page and then I tagged about 70 people. Right. So you can start typing in. What I do to cheat is I will hit the first letter A and then I go through and see who it is that I want to tag in the A's. And then I'll hit B and I'll tag who I want in the B's. C, right? And if you're not getting enough names that way, you might do the letter with the next vowel after it. So I know you might do B-A, B-O, B-I, B-U, and it'll start popping names up for you and it kind of helps populate it quickly. Another way is to, pick some of your favorite people off the top of your head. But I don't know about you, but my brain starts getting full. I'm like, did I already tag that person, right? I wish there was a feature where we could just upload, like, here's my contact list that I would like you to tag in this post, Facebook. That would be really nice. Thank you. But it doesn't quite work that way. So it takes a minute to go through and do all the tags that you want, right? So tag some people that you know might be interested in the holistic concept. Maybe they're veteran supporters and they want to help support Veterans Produce. Maybe they are into nutrition, healthy living. Maybe they like Norwex, right? Whoever it is that you think might be good. So tag some of those people, right? So that's the blue button to tag. The other thing after you've tagged people is you want to check in, right? So you should be able to check in at the Holistic Chamber. Oh, there it is. I typed in Holistic Chamber and Dallas Holistic Chamber of Commerce popped up at the top. So you can actually tag the chamber for your location also. Does that help?
Very
What
much.
what does that do when you tag a location for an event like this? Because I use it when I'm at a location for some event.
Right, it just kind of helps tie it back into the chamber.
Okay.
Right, so we're gonna just pick some people and I'm gonna just keep clicking and because we're all gonna share and he said, pick a good handful of people that you think might be interested. So maybe some veterans. So I'm just gonna keep randomly picking people. People I think might find this interesting. So, all right. So if you've got people tagged, you've got the location tagged, right? You've got some script in there. So now this is gonna go on your page. Now, before you do that, I'm gonna recommend whatever wording you chose on the right post, go ahead and select that all and copy that. This way you've got it and you don't have to rewrite it for when you do this to your business page. So I'm gonna hit post, here it goes. Questions about this process, anyone?
Nope.
Holler out.
It makes sense to me.
Okay, we're doing good, excellent. Okay. So we can send that text to people in Messenger with the event link. So one of the things I would say, let's actually do the other ones, share to page. Okay, so share to your not personal page. So that's going to be back to that share button again, right? So you have the option to share to your feed, which we just did. You can send it in Messenger. So you can hand select some people that you want to send it to. And so it'll pop up in their Messenger feed. You can share to a page. So if you share it to a page, right? So my business page, DFW Networking Diva, I'm going to take the wording that I just used last time and paste it here. And I'm going to share it on my business page. So take a moment, share it to your business page if you can. So I actually have a couple of pages that I manage. So I'm going to go ahead and use this opportunity to share to some other places. For example, the DFW Veterans Chamber. Let's see. The event. Let's see. We decided it was veterans produced, right? So benefit. Veterans produce, there it is. So I'm going to tag them. And so if we're going to tag Gala by the, and I'm going to do, so @ Dallas Holistic Chamber of Commerce. So now I've tagged the chamber and I've tagged Veterans Produce on this post. So you can tag other businesses, right? And I'm going to share that on that page.
I've been told that it's good to add hashtags to your posts. Is that a good idea?
Hashtags are wonderful. We love hashtags. So do we have any hashtags established for this event?
No.
No? Okay, that's okay. So hashtags for this that might be useful, because what happens if you're not familiar with the hashtags is people will click on it and it connects them to other hashtag options on Facebook. So for example, if we're doing holistic, right? So that post that we just did, I'm going to go to my personal page and I'm going to grab that post right here. And we will edit the post. And I'm gonna say, you know what, you're right. We need some hashtags. So if I did holistic, there's holistic healing. You see how it's popping up some options? Can you guys see that?
Let me go back. Oh, yeah.
So as soon as I started typing holistic, this is what came up. So if I do, let's see what else is going on. Holistic health, right? And it says how many posts there are in that field, right? Holistic. We have healing, we have health. Here's holistic lifestyle, right?
Christine, is there any preferred number of hashtags to use?
Well, you don't want to overkill, right? You don't want to just load it up, right? You could use a couple of your favorites. And so maybe the next post, use another couple of them that you want to use, right? And
Okay.
because otherwise at some point you end up with so many, right? I have to be careful too, because I do that with the Veterans Chamber sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, right? So there's some of our options. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to save those changes. And you see how they're highlighted in blue, right? So what happens, those become links. So holistic healing. So 97 people are talking about this. So there's a post here about it. Here's another post that has holistic in it, right? So maybe these might be people that you want to reach out to and invite. They're using the same hashtags as you are. So maybe they're interested in the same kinds of things that you are, right? So that would be one of our tags. And holistic health or holistic lifestyle. 19,000 people are posting about this. Okay, so let's see who else it is, right? So there might be some other people that you want to reach out to and befriend. And you might find some influencers that way that would like to help promote, right? The Integrative Health Institute. Well, they sound like somebody that would be interested in what we're working with, right? So definitely some options in there. Okay, so now we have shared on our business page, right? Send the event in Messenger, right? So if you're going to do Messenger, let's do back to our page. There we go. All right, I'm back at the Dallas Holistic Chamber. So we're going to do our share button again, right? And it says send in Messenger. So if we send in Messenger, right? This is going to be a direct send, right? So you can say something, you can send it to multiple people. Kind of like LinkedIn only lets you do so much. Same thing with Facebook. So they'll only let you send so many messages in Messenger. So this is a great place to handpick people that you think would be really interested in this. So this might be, I'm going to the gala. Do you want to go too? Right?
Oh, that's a great line.
So who do you know that would say, yeah, that sounds like fun, right? Trying to, during this stormy day, my dog walked across my keyboard and like pulled off one of my keys. I got to fix that today. You want to go too? Okay, so let me say, here it comes, Ashley. It's coming your way. So I just sent that to Ashley, right? So there's some groups that are already done. Maybe I'll send that to Suzanne. Right. So
What did
scroll
you
on
say?
down.
Do you think the limit on this would be?
If you pace it out, right, you can probably get away with 20. I don't think it's going to cause any problem. I'm trying to remember the last time I got in trouble. It was more than 20. But it'll tell you, like, we're not going to let you send any more messages for a while. So it will tell you that. But if you were to pace it out and send 20 a day, right, you should be fine and not have a problem with it.
Okay.
So I'm a member of some holistic groups. Is it okay to post on the group page?
Well, so here we go. Let me pop down on these suckers. Remember, we're talking about that share button again, share to a group. There you go. There you've got groups to choose from, right? Now, when you share to a group, you can share the event, but it doesn't really let you add anything for verbiage, I don't think, if I remember right. They change
Unless
things
you're in
once in a
charge
while.
of that page.
Yeah. So if we were going to share this to a group and I wanted to search for the DFW Veterans Chamber members only, and say, oh, here we go. This event will try and see if you can do it on a group that you're not an admin on. See what it does. This event will benefit, and I'm going to tag him again, veterans produce or not. Not coming up for me to tag, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Ah! There it is. Snag. Okay. Tickets are on sale now. Now, which groups you can share it to is going to depend on the rules on that group, right? And some groups are okay with it. Other groups will call it spam, right? So it really depends on how you frame it, right? So if you're going to do, you know, hey, this should be a lot of fun, or maybe you want to do it more of an informative style, like want to learn about hydroponics and growing healthy food, ? Right? Keynote speaker is going to be veterans produce, right? That kind of thing. So you might be able to do a different angle depending on the group. So take a moment and see if you can share that to some groups that you're in. That might be appropriate, right? So I'm going to share it to, let's see, we'll share it on NetWeavers too. I'm going to say, should be a great event. Let's see.
And sometimes they have to get approved, right? So you can't,
Yes.
you may not.
So
have to.
realize a lot of times you can't do it same day, day before, because some people don't check their groups very often for approvals. And it might sit, I've had people approve a post like 2 weeks later. I'm like, well, that's definitely after that event. So just to be aware, don't expect it to be immediate if it's not your group, right? There it is. Great event benefiting veterans produce. Let's see, learn about, what's he gonna talk about? Hydroponics?
Yes.
And healthy, for those that don't know what hydroponics are,
You have to correct hydroponics.
oh, good thing. See, they really wouldn't know what that was. They'd be like, what? Did we get it right that time?
Yeah.
Let's see. So, okay, something like that. So I'm going to drop that in the group. And remember, you can also tag people in that too. You see, and you can also check in, right? So feel free to tag some of your favorite people in that group who you think should see it, right? So,
hashtags.
Pardon?
Hashtags.
You could do hashtags. The group's private versus public, right? If it's private and people can't see it, then the only people in the group will see the hashtags. But if it's public, then other people will see it too, right? So absolutely use some of those holistic tags. So now we have invited people. We have shared it to our feed. We have been able to send it in Messenger. We've shared it to the pages. We've shared it to a group. Maybe you've got a good friend you want to share on their profile, but organically, they don't get a lot of people seeing it that way. Just to kind of give you a heads up on that one. The other ways you'll get a little bit more organic traction on it. But what happens is when you've got an event, if you can go in and have everybody in your group, right, or at least the leadership team go in and share, you're going to get a lot more exposure than if just one person did it, right?
I have all these tabs open because I'm trying to do too many things. It's like, okay, when I finish, I will have all of that done.
Right. So we've got lots of options. Do I have anything else? Any more questions that I missed in chat that I can answer? How
Yeah,
we
Christine, I
feeling?
was curious, since we are also looking for sponsorship and auction
Mhm.
items, how do we make that message so that people don't feel like it's spammy, but at the same time, they
Mm.
realize that this isn't just an event, that we are also looking to get sponsorship and auction
Right.
items?
So maybe it's, always when you do a post, it's, it's what's in it for them.
Mhm.
Right. So maybe your post is something along the lines of, and pace it out a little bit. Right. So let's send in Messenger might be a good choice, and then add a personalized message to it for somebody that you might be willing to be a sponsor. So say something like, want to get more exposure, right, for your business. My poor question mark button. Let's see. Consider sponsoring spawns. God bless.
Brain is faster than the fingers.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that could work, right?
perfect.
And then if you wanted to sponsor one of the things I had open, let me see if I can find the correct window. Whoops, now it's gone. Okay. Escape. What button did I hit now? Oh. I hate when I hit the wrong button, and I'm going to stop share for a moment and see what that does. But so, yeah, part of not being spammy, right, is to go ahead and tell them what's in it for them, right? So why would people want to sponsor? Because they want more exposure for their business, because they are a huge proponent of whatever the benefit is going towards, right? We know how much you love, supporting veteran causes, or we know how much you love, the holistic living, right? That kind of stuff. So we want to help give you more exposure, consider sponsoring our gala, right? And a lot of that's going to need to be personal as opposed to just a public post, right? That's going to be your individual ones that you're going to push out more so than anything else, right? Because you really need it. You ask somebody for money, it's got to be more personal. And that's why I would say Messenger, an email, a phone call, a text message, or whatever, right? More personal is good. Phone calls are usually my favorite for when I'm asking for money.
So let me ask this question, Christine. If since we have the online auction, yes, we want people to donate items for it. We want people to bid. We want people to participate. Should that be an event that we move out there, or is that a series of image posts that then we do? What's the difference between, would you say, would be more effective?
You could create a separate event for the auction because it's a silent auction. So
it's an
not like
online auction even. Yeah.
It's right. So it's not even going to necessarily be at the event, right?
Where we are going to be wrapping it up at the event. And so,
but they don't have to be at the event to participate, right?
No, they don't.
So that might not be a bad idea to create as a separate event and be able to push as a separate event. I know we had some event images that we had created that we could share. So that would be another option, would be to share some of those on social media. So if you wanted to, we could upload those.
That would be great.
I don't know what I did to my computer, but it's all good. I hit one of those buttons where it went full screen, and now I can't get out of the full screen.
Oh, I've done that.
That means my finger slipped on something. I hate when I do that because I can never remember how to undo it in a timely manner. But those things that you have, if you were to upload them to a drive on your Google Drive, you could share that drive with other people and then they could all access it in that one location.
Okay.
So that's a nice, easy way to share those. If we were going to share them in chunks, we'd be here for a while sharing them in the window here.
Yes.
But like I said, if you share it as and add people their Google email address to that folder that you share,
Mhm.
then they would have access to that.
Okay, so again, your suggestion is, do you think it's more effective to, or do you do both? You do both an event as well as other images that people can share and add all of that?
I would do an event and then I would also do the images, right?
Okay, yes.
There's the variety. And you can attach the image and send it to people, hey, we've got this gala coming up. I know how much you love to participate, right? So people that like to sponsor podcasts, people that always speak at an event, like you have a networking group and people like, and anybody have an opinion, right? And they're always speak. Those are the people that like attention. So they probably would like their name in lights for a gala, right? Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So kind of think of it that way, if that helps at all.
It does.
Because I know I've got a friend whose philosophy is, anytime there's an opportunity to participate, I open my mouth. I'm like, okay. So we all know people like that. So that's probably a good people to go forward on. And other things, think the big ones, like a lot of times what we'll do is we'll get together in a group and we'll say, okay, who knows? Right. And we then reach out right then and do kind of a call thing. Right. So somebody in here might have a connection, somebody that owns or has a business that's athletic wear, or somebody else who knows somebody in banking, right? Or whoever it is. Because I think we had talked about different sponsorship businesses that would be useful. Do you want to throw some of those out again, Kathy?
Yeah, we're talking about holistic or green pest control, green dry cleaners, companies that push the 5, the special star rating for quality of their energy efficiency. We're looking at whether it be the makers of those kind of 5-star energy machines or companies that like builders that use and really focus on the green build. Those are some other ideas that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes people aren't comfortable asking for money. And if that's the case, what you want to do is introduce them to Kathy so Kathy can ask for money. That's why we get to pay the big bucks, right?
That's right. That's right. And Liz too, as our gala chair. And she's very used to that aspect of it.
Absolutely. And that's what it is, because not everybody's comfortable in that space, right? And it's kind of like with the business, when you first start your business, right? You're kind of nervous, kind of like, well, do I, how do I talk to people? How do I ask for them, right? It's the ask. And, if you don't ask, you're never going to get the yes, right? So don't be afraid to ask. The worst case scenario is they say, oh, sorry, not this time. Okay, right? No harm, no foul. But think of it as you're doing them a favor because you're giving them an opportunity to participate in something bigger than themselves and an opportunity to get their name out there in an area that they may not have already been exposed to, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Wow.
Questions. I know it's kind of like drinking through a garden hose. That's kind of how that works.
I have like 4, like I said, I have 4 tabs open. Questions,
Right.
comments, concerns. It's open mic night now.
It
This was great
is.
information. Thank you, Christine.
It just kind of walks you through the process, right? You don't realize there's really a lot of options. A lot of times people just create the event and that's where they stop. They don't do anything beyond that. And they're like, well, I don't know why nobody came. Well, you can drop it to your mailing list. If you have a mailing list for your business, it's great to use a nonprofit endeavor or an event as an opportunity to reach out to your current, past, and future clients, because you're not even asking for you. right? You're asking on behalf of something else that people love, right? So if you think of it that way, it's an excuse, kind of like I always encourage with our chamber for people to get involved in, whether it's we had a suit drive, right? Well, so the suit drive made it so people had an excuse to come in and bring their suits. They had an excuse to come into the office, wherever it was that you were, into your location. If they've never been to your location, it's a great opportunity to, hey, come on, let me give you a little tour, or hey, it's good to see you, right? That face-to-face interaction is always really nice. So whenever you have an opportunity to promote something, right, jump on that opportunity, because it's a free excuse to reach out to people that you might feel awkward otherwise, like, why am I bugging again? Or I'm trying to sell them something, or you're not, you're celebrating, right? Everybody loves a party. So just think you're sharing the party with them. So it's all about your frame of mind and perspective. Are you going to hit some grumpy person? Probably. At one person, like, can you please not tag me on things? I'm like, then why are we friends? I'm sorry, that's just my experience. I'm a marketing person. I'm networking diva. If I can't tag you, we seriously have a problem. I'm like, so nothing personal, reach out anytime, but I'm going to unfriend you now so I don't accidentally tag you again. They're like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
Not my tribe. Yep.
Exactly.
So, I start with your friends, be gentle, and then go from there, or start with a stranger.
I like that idea too.
You just got me thinking too. I'm a president of a Rotary club, and there's probably a lot of people in Rotary that are in holistic businesses or know people, and I'm not aware of it. So maybe even advertising it, putting it on our Rotary page, or at least reaching out to my Rotary members might help also. So I didn't think about that before.
And Anna, if the Rotary is doing any kind of event and they want me to come in and do this little workshop and walk them through and get their members to participate in that kind of stuff, just reach out, let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Sure.
That is
More
wonderful.
questions or anything else about where we're at in this process? So we've got, and I'm wondering, I don't know if we can upload, I don't know if it'll let us upload at a file or if it's going to have to just be individuals. I'm going to take a quick look. I've never tried to upload a whole file before.
You uploaded a file the other day when we were talking.
Was it the whole caboodle file, or was it just like a document? Because I was going to see if I could upload.
Well, see what you can do.
I'm flipping through it. Let's see if I find anything. Because I know we have it a zip file, right? And if we can upload the zip file, let me see if it'll let me choose it. Oh, that's not the right one. Fingers crossed. I've done a lot since then, apparently. You're like, oh, yeah, where'd that come from? Okay, hold on, here we go. Maybe we can, Anniversary Gala. Let's see if it does it. Hey, it might be working.
It sure looks like it.
Okay, so there's the Anniversary Gala. So if you click on that, that'll download the zip file, and then you can extract all, and then you'll have access to those. Let me see if I can get the other one. So that's the Anniversary Gala one. Let me try and get
It
the
works
other
for
one up.
me.
Yay! Ooh, we just figured out how to do that. Nice. I've never tried to do multiple postings like that, so this works well. So that's just the zip file. Let me find the other zip file then. Eventually. Okay, not that one. And people love video. So if you can and you want to go live, that's a great thing to do also.
Brenda and I are going to be doing that.
And there is, so the first one was Facebook shape. The second one was Instagram and LinkedIn, because that's square. And then again, ooh, this is gonna take a while. Let me see how fast I can scroll down. So if you can do Facebook Lives, you don't have to do it by yourself. have a buddy, do the buddy
No,
system.
yeah,
and
Brenda
even
and I are
now-
doing it. Brenda.
Yeah, with
Brenda
the
and I.
Zoom thing, some people are nervous about doing the whole Facebook Live by themselves. If you have StreamYard, a lot of my clients will use that. We pre-record and then we push it out as if it's live. So that's another option also.
StreamYard.
StreamYard, yeah.
Okay.
There's a version, the free version, you can do something with, but it keeps their logo on it. If you upgrade to $25 a month, you can have all your videos that you want to do on Facebook Live or LinkedIn, that kind of stuff, pre-record them and then just schedule them so that they go out as if they're live.
Mhm.
You probably want at least 3 minutes just to kind of hit the Facebook algorithms.
Oh,
Just a
okay.
heads up. Because if they're too short, by the time people realize that you've gone live, you're already off, right? So part of that, if you'll notice when you put a post up, everybody doesn't get a message in Facebook saying, oh, so-and-so posted, right? They may or may not, so-and-so hasn't posted in a while, that kind of stuff. But if you do a Facebook Live, usually your friends will get a pop-up saying so-and-so is live, right?
Yes.
So that's kind of an extra notification that you don't get if you just upload a video. But if you stream it like it's live, then you'll get that extra attention.
Gotcha.
So that's the advantage of the going live part. Okay, so we did the Facebook, we did the Instagram. Here's the wine pool, because I remember y'all said something about a
Yes.
wine pool. And well, let me do more than one. Is that just, nope, that's my dream world. Okay. And then there's the auction. So here's the wine pool. Pull that up and then let me see if I can get the auction then.
So what are
So
all
it-
these things that you're sharing with us? Like our examples of?
So there are
posts?
different memes that you can use specifically for the gala.
Okay.
So
We
these are
create,
gala memes.
Barbara and Christine and I worked on that last Thursday. That's what the meeting I was getting to, Liz, when I left Stonebridge Ranch.
Yeah, so all of these we worked on, we put together. So you've got choices, pick your favorites, push them out there, tag friends. So it's the wine pool. Here's, did we do the auction yet? I don't think we've
Let's
done the
see,
auction.
what
yet.
have we got? We have, keep having to go back. I'm going back and forth here.
I'm gonna do the auction Instagram, LinkedIn one, because that one's square. So you can use it anywhere.
Right.
All right, so that gives you a wine pool, that gives you an auction, then it gives you just the gala in general. Other things you might do might feature, you know, who the speaker is. So you could do some that have the picture of the speaker on there and their logo. And so excited about, you know, Veterans Produce being our keynote speaker at our upcoming gala. If you're interested in hydroponics and healthy growing, you know, this might be a great event for you to attend, something along those lines, right? All right, what do you think? Are we good? Woo.
Oh, man. What a fabulous, wonderful, grateful program today.
And there's my contact information. If you want to reach out anytime, you can download my business card. You can book appointments that way. If you just need a little bit of advice, you want me to teach you how to do something, whatever it is, reach out and just, I'm friendly, I promise.
More than friendly, beyond generous, beyond generous. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, Christine, for
Glad to
jumping
help.
in and helping us in so many ways, as well as, so if everybody would just even click on the survey hero, I want to hear what you have to say about our meeting today and our guest speaker. And I do want to let everyone know that we do have our meetings are the second Tuesday of the month at breakfast time, and that will always stay on Zoom. And our lunch meetings, which will feature a business topic, is we're fingers crossed and we have our place to go. We're going to go live in April and being face to face and eyeball to eyeball in April. And that'll be our lunch meeting, but we're also going to do it hopefully as a hybrid that will also be on Zoom. So people who can't quite join us there. Christine, I just don't even know what to say, how to thank you for this fabulous training that, it would, as we're going through it, it's like, oh, that wasn't really so hard. It just takes a minute to think what you're going to say and the different ideas that you came up with, who to tag, why to say it, what to say, and who to visit with. Fantastic. So,
Glad to help anytime. And I think we're going to work on what, Facebook ads next for the chamber. Is that what's next?
I believe it's ads. Yes, that is next. That is on
That's
our
next on the
schedule.
to-do list. All right.
Yes,
That's all good.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here today. Thanks for joining us. Amy, again, welcome as our newest member. And thank you also, Christine, for reaching out there and so quickly. It was really impressive on how you got, the people who are supporting you, they jumped on to see what this is about and how to do what they needed to do. And thank you so much.
Teamwork.
Kathy, will you stay on 1 minute with me after?
Yes.